Hi, welcome to the BetterHalf show. My name is Godman Akinlabi. My friends call me PG. It's often said that nice guys finish last, and that brings to mind the question, are good girls always attracted to bad guys? Obviously, there's a twist to it, and that's what we're going to be discussing on the show today. Please don't go away. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Thanks for joining us on the BetterHalf show. We are discussing bad boys, good girls. Why do good girls get attracted to bad boys? And on the show, I have with me Mr. and Mrs. Olamidotun and Votu Obada. Welcome to the show, guys. All right, so how long have you guys been married?
5 years in May.
5 years. Oh, wow. Good. So I'm sure it's been 5 very eventful years, and things are coming all together. All right, let's go straight to the point. Bad boys. Dotun, who is a bad boy to you?
I think I'm going to think of it as growing up. Who would I consider a bad boy?
As in bad boy.
Like, you just say bad boy, run away. You know, I think the ones that are in the club, you know, they're drinking, they're carrying all the babes. The baby sit with them today, it's not the baby sit with them tomorrow. They're the ones that are carrying their father's car, they will carry the car, jump the fence. You know, they're the ones that, you know, when they've been there, they are street smart. You see them and you're just like, you better run because you don't want to be the next statistic, you know, that kind of thing. That's what I can consider a bad boy.
Interesting. So, Votu, was that you? Were you that kind of a guy?
To an extent. To an extent.
To some extent, yeah.
For me, then, yeah, I could have said, yes, I was a bad boy. I remember in school, I used to duplicate my fees. So when people are taking fees, I get double because I submit a different receipt. And what does that money go for? It goes for drinking, clubbing, you know, girls.
So you were a bad boy.
Yeah, yes, I was.
You know, but you know the things that they actually talk about, the bad boys, most boys do these things.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, taking your parents' stuff and all that. I mean, we all did it. I had my own fair share of that.
Me, I was good.
So you were good. So you are the good girl.
Yeah, me, I was good.
And we are the bad boys.
Well, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Okay, so Dotun, what attracted you to Votu?
I think coming from my upbringing, I had gone through a life where everything had to be morally right before I had to do it. I was shielded, protected, you know, you have to do this, you have to put the right checks and balances in place. Basically, I wasn't the bad girl. I was just humble, quiet. And when I started dating, I started dating people that were similar to myself. But for me, it also started helping me ask questions of what is morally right. Did I want to marry somebody that, you know what, we had the same upbringing, and then when we go home, it was like the same thing, our children would, so it was like, do I want to end up with this boring?
So you were thinking, yeah, it's going to be boring.
Not necessarily, but I think I had experienced and dated people like myself, and so I just felt like, maybe there's more to life out there. And the truth is, if I had met Votu a year before, 2 years before that time, I probably would have said no. But I had gotten to that point when I felt, you know what, there has to be more to life. And maybe it's time for me to start enjoying life. And that was when I met Votu. And for me, it was like this person, street smart, been there, done that,
those were some of the new things that Votu brought on board, right?
Well, not necessarily.
The smartness, you know, is interesting.
Well, it was a work in progress.
He knows town, you know, and all that.
Well, I didn't really want to know town as well. I just wanted someone to bring, because he also was at that point where he had gotten the T-shirt, and he was now like, you know what, I wanted to be morally right as well. And so together, we said, this is me, I wanted to experience life. This is him, he had experienced life, but he wanted to be morally right and know what to do at the right time. And so I felt like together we brought that balance, not saying that we've not had our issues.
All right. So, Votu, why do bad guys like good girls?
For me, I wouldn't say morally right. You see, a man gets to a point in his life where he's done everything or most things, and he feels like he needs to raise a family with someone he can rely on. I dated bad girls. I dated girls that I knew that if I had married, we'll probably both be leading each other into a ditch, because maybe when I'm out, she's out, and the kids are just there. Maybe my kids will be raised by a nanny, you know. So I didn't want that, and
Okay.
I was tired of the kind of life I was living. So when I met her, oh, okay, let me recap. If I'd met her 2 years before, it would have ended up being one of those statistics. But I met her when I myself, I was at the point where I wanted something more. So I found this lovely woman, and yeah, have peace, basically.
That's good. But was it the same process, the same way you used to chase all those
No,
girls?
so it was
you know?
different. It was
Okay.
it was nothing like I've ever experienced before.
So what's the difference?
Okay, the difference was in fact, I wasn't my normal self when I met her. She had the female version of a watch I just got that summer. And I was wondering, wow, a woman has this watch, you know. My normal self, I would have said, oh, take my watch and let me take yours. And whenever I see you again, I'll give it back to you. That would have been my normal self. But, you know, that day I was not just in the mood. I didn't say anything. I just said hello and stuff. And I remember my friend told me, oh, Voto, that's your kind of babe now. Say hello to her. I said, nah. If I see her again, I'll see her. She's my wife, I'll see her again. And 3 months down the line, I didn't see her again. I didn't see her anywhere I went to. So I was shocked, like, is this woman in this town? And I've not seen her in like 3-4 months. Then I call her on Val's Day.
Yeah, Val's Day.
And,
Val's
and
Day.
honestly, I didn't know it was Val's Day, because I didn't have any babe. Like, you know, I was just tired of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she dissed me. She actually told me, is this a prank? Why are you calling me? I don't remember. I said, sorry, I met you a while back, and, you know. And I told her, okay, forgive me. I won't call you again. Apparently, or good for me, a friend was there, and a friend heard my name, Votu, and told her, I know Votu.
Okay.
Like, invite him for your birthday.
Wow.
So she invited me for her birthday 3 days after, actually.
Yeah.
And I went, and I saw her.
No, actually, after I had told him off, because I had told him off and told him off and told him off. I should never call my friend again.
So you had mercy on him for that birthday.
But as a bad guy,
Yeah.
she's not my wife.
as a bad guy.
So I mean, coming into this mix, Dotun, what has the relationship done to you? I mean, in terms of maybe helping you to, you know, come out of your shell or something like that. What are the things? Yeah, I mean, quote and unquote, are you married? I mean, are you happy that you married a bad boy?
I think
you know, that's bad boy in quote.
I think first of all is to be able to say that right now, though yes, he was good girl marrying bad boy, but right now we're in a place where it's just two different people, because we've grown out of that shell. And I mean, in answering your question, the honest truth is that I always say that if I had married somebody like myself, I probably would be just another boring person. You know, there are things that now, even in terms of fashion-wise, being an entrepreneur, I remember me before, I'm one of those people that I just want to rise to the highest level of my career. I don't want to explore. I don't want to be street smart. You know, he's made me street smart. He's made me realize, you know what, there's more to life. You know, even in just exploring life, I was saying to someone the other day that I remember we traveled, went on summer, and he was saying, let's go to shooting ranch. I said, shooting ranch, okay? Shooting ranch, to do what? Please, it's not morally right. I don't need to shoot. But for me, I mean, now I would do that.
It's
you know?
just adventurous.
It's just adventure. He's just adventurous. I'm just like,
see how things happen.
Straight road, you know.
Good, good.
I like the fact that, I mean, even in raising our children, normally I'll be like, okay, everybody sit down at the dining table, don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like you're able to bring the balance into our home. It's not just,
let's live life, you know,
Exactly.
and let's enjoy life.
Yeah.
That's a very good one and a good compliment, you know, there for Votu.
Yeah.
We're going to break now, and when we're back, I'm going to be bringing in, you know, some singles who are currently dating and having nice experiences, and we're going to get their perspective to this discussion. So don't go away. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Thanks for staying with me on the show. It's still the Better Half show, and we have been discussing bad boys, good girls. Why do good girls like bad boys? And I have some friends with me. They are singles, and they're at that point where, you know, they're dating and getting ready to get married and getting attracted to people. So I have Judith Ike, who is an architect, Emeka Anakwe, a finance analyst, Choma Ekwereji, who is a communications professional, and Kunle Adelaja, a finance professional. Guys, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to dive in straight. Why do good girls like bad boys? And perhaps who is the bad boy and who is the good girl? So, Judith, why do good girls like bad boys?
I think it's a good place to start. You know, who is a bad boy, really? People think the bad guys are the ones that, you know, smoke drinks, there's all sorts of things and stuff like that. And so what, really? There's no point, you know, if they become an outcast, you know, that people cannot like them for who they are. They have awesome personalities as well. So I particularly think that they have some form of energy and attraction.
So it looks like you like bad boys.
I actually do. I actually do, because, you know, they come with so much excitement and surprises, and because I don't like to be bored, I love to be entertained, and it has to be like that in my relationship as well. So, yeah, bad guys.
That's interesting. Good perspective. So, Choma, since you are the only other lady here, I think we need to get your perspective on this matter.
Well, I wouldn't, no judgment if she likes bad guys, but for me, I don't like bad guys. I mean, the fact that they are bad already, there's nothing good in bad. Bad is bad. And for me, I love stability because I'm very adventurous. I am very self-entertaining. I go out there and I make things happen for myself. And I think that that's the myth that is surrounded by bad guys, that they bring in excitement, they bring in adventure. I have all that going on for myself.
Perhaps,
so I don't need somebody else to do
Perhaps you're
that.
just like them. So are you a bad girl yourself?
A reformed, a reformed bad, no, a reformed good girl. I'm reformed. That's it.
But you know, because when you talk about adventurers, you know, outgoing and all that, those are the seemingly good part of being the bad boy.
Yes.
And then you said you.
So I've had a good taste of that for myself.
Okay.
I've had enough to last me a lifetime.
Wow.
And I still have a lot of life ahead of me, so I can still do all the fun things I want to do. So I would rather have a good guy who brings stability, who brings warmth, who brings, you know, goodness into my life.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Guys, it's your turn right now. So are you good or bad? Let's start from there. Or do nice guys really finish last?
I think I agree. Nice guys to finish last. That's why what I've done is I've gotten a formula, you know, where I'm 60% bad, 40% nice.
Sorry, who rates that for you?
I saw, obviously, through my consensus person.
Really? That's bias. Really,
that's so, because basically you just have to have, you can't be one person. That's one thing. I think it just goes down to women not knowing enough of their own mind. I'm not trying to...
Okay.
So can we talk to the bad part of you? Or maybe...
Let me just talk about the whole thing about women not going for what they want or not knowing what they want. I think that as a woman, I want it all. I want excitement. I'm just saying, I want stability, I want the good, and I want the essence of that badness. So I want all of it. Unfortunately, more often than not, you can't find that in one package.
Yep.
So you have to like find some kind of balance and compromise.
Yep.
And I choose to compromise on the good side.
Okay.
Yes.
So you tilt more towards the good side.
Yes,
and all right. So, but
to me though, like, obviously,
what's this bad part of?
I think the bad part of it is basically, I'll tell you a story. I think about a few years ago when I just finished my undergraduate, so I was in transition to go do my master's. So I was interning at this office, and there was this really, I think the most beautiful girl in our office. Then, you know, she was half Pakistani, just very exotic, Mediterranean looking and everything. So for some reason, like, you know, we got stuck in an elevator, and okay, I got her number and we went on a date. And I date on her, so she had this essence of being good. You know, so I thought this was a good girl, and she wanted to kind of see the good side of me, you know, the guy that opens doors, that doesn't. And halfway through our conversation, you know, she was talking about shifted to smoking weed, and how her ex-boyfriend was in prison in Thailand for drugs. And I found myself like, look, I like this girl, so I had to start to be a bad boy, lie about smoking. I've never smoked weed before, you know, so I had to lie about things like that. And for some reason, like, you know, it was exciting her, like I was the most interesting person in the room, you know. And for some reason, that now escalated to one time she left, and the next day she sends me a text, you know, I should come join her in the bathroom, basically. And I thought, okay, what was something exciting was about to happen. And I see like she had lined like 3 lines of cocaine in front of me. Like,
wow.
You know, she thought I was that kind of a bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, my bad guy just said,
You had to put yourself at that
So you're not a true bad guy.
more
then.
than yourself.
So, you know what I mean? So, it was either I own up, like, look, I've never done drugs in my life, or I
You lose
kind
her.
of go all the way in. And for some reason, I've always withstood peer pressure, and that was not going to make me go into that. So I had to kind of just own up and say, look, I've never done drugs in my life before and stuff like that. So I think that was a good example, because, like, you know, what I perceived was an image of goodness was actually bad.
Wow.
You know, so since then, obviously, through numerous dates and everything, I found out, like, you know, I had to do what's called a wolf in sheep clothing.
So,
pretend to be a bad guy when it was called for, but run away when the bad guy was too much.
interesting,
So
interesting,
that's kind of been
interesting.
my
So let's go to Kunle. Kunle, I know you have some perspectives to this, but I want you to come from the point of view of the fact that sometimes, just like Emeka said, the good girls are also, you know, are the ones really looking for the bad guys. You know, what's your perspective to that?
I think, for me, I'm just one of those people that I'm very stubborn. So I don't like to conform to what people want. And I believe, I don't know, I think the problem is, or what the issue is, like, I think lots of ladies, they want to feel passion. And lots of them feel there's a passion means fighting. And I wouldn't say I'm a good guy, but I don't like wahala. I don't like stress. So the whole Hollywood makeup to break up, I just lose interest. So for me, I don't think it's really an issue of bad guy. I think it's an issue of what interests you, what excites you. So I don't know. I don't really.
It really is a big issue.
Okay, but you know, sometimes bad guys date good girls, yeah, or they want
yes,
bad
true.
girls,
Yeah.
but eventually they want to marry good girls.
good girl,
How do you place that? Even sometimes bad girl dating bad guys, but eventually looking for a good girl to marry. Yeah.
I mean, I place it for a few friends of mine. They want like a girl, you know, tattooed like Rihanna, you know, piercings and everything. But automatically, when they have to bring them in front of their moms, they want everything gone. Like, you know, they want them to be as in skin flawless, you know.
Girls you can take home to
everything.
mama,
Girls you can take home.
you know,
So
looking
I'm thinking
good.
you can't have the best of both.
Both
Do
of
you understand what I mean? So you
Same
have to
time.
decide. Either you stick to one particular. Me, I'm not saying I'm sort of like what interests me in the woman is your nature, obviously, and obviously you just have to have a general goodness about you, you know. So and also with the way society rules us, we have to start to conform early. We don't like it's either you are this certain way or you can't be in between anymore.
So you just want it straight. This is
I
who you
want it
are.
straight,
This is who
and
you
yes,
are,
I want the
and I
straight
want to
and
know. Okay, we'll continue the conversation, but we need to take a break right now. So, as you can see, this is getting very interesting. So don't go away. Stay with me. We'll be right back.